afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to today's Walpole Media Corporation, Friday, March 12, 2021, Fall 2 season broadcast of Walpole High School varsity football. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. I'll be calling all the action from the John Lee Press Box high above John Turco Field on the Walpole High campus as your Walpole High Blue Thunder takes on the Red Hawks of NATICK High in a COVID-restricted Bay State Conference interdivision game. Joining me for our sixth season together and handling all the color commentary is my friend and compatriot, Mike Hardiman. Well, Mike, it's been 472 days since our last broadcast back on Thanksgiving Day, November 28, 2019. And who could have imagined after that game that what we'd have to go through to get to this point?
Yeah, it's been, it goes without saying, it's just been a crazy time, but I can't tell you how excited I am just to see these kids out there. You see actually our first little COVID-related thing with the socially distanced coin toss, but NATICK Walpole, I don't care if it's March, I don't care if it's, September, right. October, it's always a fun time and great for the kids. I'm glad they're able to get some games in. Yep,
they look good too. The field is in outstanding, condition. I think the Walpole Department of Public Works came out here about 2 weeks, plowed all the snow well off the field, off the track, so the spring and winter track kids can practice. And the field is great. It's had 2 weeks basically to warm up, and it feels just like a September field. I was on the field before the game, and it's nice.
Exactly, late September, and hopefully this stays this way. I even read it's going to warm up a little bit before next week's game, but tonight we have NATICK Walpole. NATICK comes in highly rated, highly ranked by all the folks that cover high school football. Walpole is young in some areas, has some experience in some areas, so it'll be interesting to see how this game shakes out.
All right, so they've tossed the coin, and as usual, we missed who won the coin toss.
Yeah, I was watching the socially distanced coin toss, but I did not see who won it.
All right.
But that's par for the course. I don't think I've caught one in 6 years.
I know.
6+ years. Yeah.
We're always talking. Well, with the playing of the national anthem, we'll be ready to get underway here. And I've got to say, right now at game time, it's a balmy 63 degrees out.
I love it.
I mean, we've had games in the fall that are a heck of a lot colder than this.
I know. I was kind of wondering what to wear today. I mean, I knew it was nice out, but of course the sun's going to go down in a little bit, and we'll see how that affects it. But looks like NATICK is actually kicking off to Walpole.
All right.
NATICK's highly ranked again, like I said, getting touted by the Herald, the Globe, and all the folks that cover high school football.
NATICK, unfortunately, has become a real bugaboo for Walpole. They've won the last 4 years straight, and they've outscored Walpole 134-32 in those games. So this is a big test for Walpole right off the bat.
Yeah. We have Murphy, and it looks like Malone deep for Walpole to get the kick.
And the kick is off, and we are underway at Turco Field.
Nice one.
It will go
Wow.
through the end zone and come out to the 30, 35?
I think it's the 25.
25, yeah.
I'm going to try to get the starting lineup here over the course of the next few plays. The linemen obviously will be a little bit more difficult. But Owen Johnson, senior, number 9, patiently playing behind Jarvis the last couple years, gets his opportunity. Looks like John Murphy is the tailback. Connor Schlittler's also set up in the backfield.
Is the snap and a handoff to Schlittler, I think.
Little off tackle left to start. I think we're going to see a little bit of a, I think Walpole's going to probably with the not the young quarterback, the senior quarterback who's getting not his first varsity action, but first as a starter. Would love to see him set the tone, running the ball, opening up potential play action, opening up the passing lanes. Murphy, no gain on the play.
Second down for Walpole. Johnson looking to pass. He overthrows John Murphy.
Yeah, dangerous play into the flat. That Natick defender on the left side there made a really nice play. He kind of saw it coming and was able to get a hand on it, break up the pass, bring up 3rd and long. Looks like number 55. I'm going to try to set the line here. 55, Ali Salih. Sophomore, left tackle. One of the guys I see, number 77, Max Chevron, playing center. We'll try to get the rest as they move on here.
There's a snap. Johnson looking, he's going to run, and he's taken down for a loss. Back to the 15.
Yeah. Johnson went back. He didn't like his first look. He saw a little opening, but one of the Natick defenders was able to break free there and cause the sack. 3 and out for Walpole on the first possession. Looks like Harry Butters is taking the punting duties this year too, as he sets back there, ready to punt.
Little scuff there. Goes up. Natick will get tremendous field position at the Walpole 35.
We'll try to set the Walpole defense. Looks like TJ Farrell at right end. Number 77, Max Chevron, looks like he's going both ways at D tackle. Of course, we have one of the captains, Cole Tashian, in the front line as well. And number 33, Gianluca Gonzer as well.
There's a handoff up the middle. Nice tackle. No, he's okay. They got him. That'll be right, just to the line of scrimmage, I think.
Yeah, Natick's got 2 studs in the backfield. Their quarterback, Will Liederman, already attending Bentley, and this kid, number 7, Jaylon Aponte, the last full season they played, he had well over 1,200 yards, 21 touchdowns. John Murphy with the great tackle coming up from the linebacker spot on that one, though.
There's a pass, and it's incomplete. Quarterback today is Will Liederman.
Little wide receiver screen out there to the right. The pass just didn't get there. So important 3rd down here. I mean, it's early in the game, but obviously Walpole wants to get off to a good start. It's at the 35-yard line. I mean, to me, it's 2-down territory for Natick. We'll see how they respond here.
Right. So we've got a 3rd and 10. Liederman looking to pass. Gets it off on the sideline. He's got somebody there. It's complete. And that will go down for a 1st down to about the Walpole 21.
Good pressure by the Walpole D-line. And the pass hung up in the air for quite a bit. When he let it go, I was like, okay, maybe we have a shot at closing on that one. But
Right.
the Natick, number 2 there for Natick, Nick Offadile, was able to make the catch. First down, Natick, new set of downs. Setting the linebackers for Walpole. I see Schlittler. I see John Murphy. And we'll get the rest here soon.
Here's a handoff up the middle. Breaking off to the left side is Jalen Aponte.
That's Aponte again. Yeah, Schlittler was first to the scene. He had a bunch of help for guys finishing the tackle. Second down and 9.
Pickup of a yard on that. Liederman looking to pass, being chased, running, trying to get out. He's way out of the pocket. Looks, throws downfield, incomplete.
Good coverage by Walpole's defense, and then the rush came, forced Liederman out of the pocket, and forced the incompletion. Again, 3rd and long here. Just to add to some of the starters, number 81, James McGuire, playing a little linebacker. Of course, Brian Malone, captain. Number 22, Tucker Hazel, sophomore. Number 19, Robia Champagne. He got some time last varsity season.
Yeah. Here's a snap, a high snap, a pass on the flat. Complete. Aponte gets down inside the 15 to about the 14.
Little wide receiver screen there. Looked like they might have had him right where he caught the ball, but very athletic move by
It was
Offadile.
Offadile, yeah, not Aponte.
Important 4th and 3 here. This would really be a big boost to the Walpole sideline.
Right.
If they're able to get the stop here. I mean, you got to look Aponte. You got to look at their top players here. Yep, Liederman with the off tackle.
Liederman's keeping it,
Yep,
and
it's
he's
gonna be
got
a
the
first
first
down.
down. He's down to about the 6, it looks like.
Just a quarterback lead with number 7 Aponte leading.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 6 for the Red Hawks.
I think the last guy I haven't mentioned is number 32, Cam Fleming, back there at safety.
Handoff. He breaks off the tackle. He is in for the touchdown. That was Aponte, I think, wasn't it? And he gets that's a 6-yard run.
Aponte with the touchdown run. Extra point for Natick.
Is down, and it looks like it's good. It is. Joe Galea with the PAT, and Natick goes up.
I think there's some positives to take out of that first defensive stand. I mean, Walpole forced them to go 3rd and whatever
Right.
on 3 different times. I think, obviously the key to getting them off the field is making those stops on 3rd and 4th down. But I think on the most part they made some nice plays and almost got to the quarterback a few times. So they just need to build off that.
All right. Galea will be kicking off again. Beautiful day today here at Turco Field. Certainly not at all what I was expecting when they announced the Fall 2 season. And the kick is on its way. Low line drive. Taking it to
Malone.
10. Up the middle, great run back up to
Yeah.
the 38.
Nice return by Brian Malone. Those bounces are sometimes tricky, but he did a good job picking that up and finding the openings. And Walpole starts with much better field position this time.
Right.
Looks like on the 38-yard line. Let's see what they can put together this drive.
There's a handoff coming off the right side. And he's got the first down, it looks like.
Yeah, good game by John Murphy there. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 23. That's Andrew Falzone, sophomore. Nice little counter to the right. Falzone did a good job getting to the corner and turning it up. First down run there by Walpole. Want to talk about a few other guys I see there on the line. Looks like right tackle for Walpole, Sam Grant, senior. Farrell looks like he's playing tight end. I see Will Domino at fullback. There's Falzone again.
Falzone again, he gets maybe 2. A little short, no, just 1 yard.
Picks up a yard. I think Walpole will want to try to control the time of possession game here with the running game. Not give Natick's explosive offense too many opportunities.
Right. Yeah, it'd be nice for them to get a nice long drive here, just to get their feet wet, so to speak. Hand off again, up the middle.
Third straight carry for Falzone.
Yep, he gets to the 45 of Natick. Pickup of 5 on the play.
I think I know one of the last guys I haven't got. Matt Florio Souza, junior offensive lineman. Falzone on this drive, 3 straight carries, 1 for 10 yards, 1 for 6 yards. Sophomore.
Yeah, he's a younger.
Yeah.
But I think he played some last year as a freshman.
They didn't have a season.
What's that? Well, in 19.
Oh,
in
yeah.
19.
So Walpole 3rd and 5 here. Curious what their mentality is. Is it a 2-down? Is it a 2-down call, or are you looking to pick it up right here? Obviously, you're always looking for the first
Right,
downs.
yeah. Here's the snap to Johnson. Hands off again to Falzone. Cuts it up. He's got the first down.
Very simple off tackle. I mean, in my mind, it's kind of like they were thinking it was 2 downs, and but Falzone gains about 7 or 8 yards. 4 carries in a row there for Falzone. Looking good. The sophomore.
And a first down on the 38-yard line, I think, of 39-yard line. Walpole comes up to the line. High snap. He gets it down. Falzone again. He's got off to the left side, breaks off, still going down, close to the 20-yard line.
Tell you, it's the Falzone show on this drive. He's doing a great job. Broke a few tackles there. He gets to the hole and accelerates. Really nice work by the sophomore.
They're going to mark it on the 22. Pickup of 17 on that play.
Yeah, 17 yards.
We've got 42 yards already rushing for Falzone.
Looks like Murphy's in to give him a break. I mean, he did a great job there.
Yeah. That was to Murphy.
Murphy for 2. O-line doing a good job on this drive.
They
It's
are.
young O-line, right? I mean,
Right.
we were talking before the
Yeah.
game. They had a very experienced O-line the last time they had a full season. I think they were all seniors. So
Yeah.
I would think most of these guys are getting their first starting varsity experience.
And they're doing a good job against a strong NATICK team. There's a handoff going up the field. Down inside the 10.
That's Rocco Frizzoco,
Frizzoco, yeah.
sophomore, getting the little end around there. Falzone and Frizzoco, 2 sophomores.
And that's to the 8-yard line. 8-yard line. Pickup of 12 for Frizzoco. Walpole moving the ball right down the field here. Hand off again. Murphy, I think.
John Murphy carrying a few guys.
Yeah.
Tell you, he's ever since he's been a sophomore, you know, when he's had the opportunities, he's been a strong runner.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think there was any pickup there.
What do you think? You got 4 in that one? 3?
3, 4. I'd go with the 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember him impressing me as a sophomore. I think he got some carries against Norwood in the opener, and last year they ran a lot of Petrucci.
Right, Petrucci. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen Petrucci out there yet.
Yeah. Falzone's back in the game.
Johnson fires,
Nice.
complete. Who is that?
Hey, they used that running game to set up that play action pass, so you could see the whole NATICK defense go to Falzone, who was going right. Johnson rolled out, and he had TJ Farrell for the catch at the 1-yard line.
So that's a pickup of about 7. Yeah, like you said, to the 1. 3rd down in the yard from pay dirt.
Falzone to the corner.
Zone in
Nice.
for the touchdown.
Impressive drive.
Walpole gets on the board here on a nice long drive.
Impressive drive for the Rebels. Little sophomore power there with Falzone and Frizzoco with the carry.
And Harry Butters comes out for the extra point try. He was pretty much a lock last year. 29 of 30 from extra points and 3 field goals. Kick is up, and it is good. Walpole ties it up here with 1:15 to go in the first quarter, 7-7.
What was Butters last year? What were his stats last year?
29 of 30 on extra points
He
and
was
3
so
extra points.
consistent.
Yeah. In fact, the first, he finished the year with 28 straight.
Yeah,
So it was like the first or second game of the year when he had a miss.
yeah.
After that, he was spot on.
He only had a few field goal attempts though, right? Nothing.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Hey, great answer by the by Walpole here. I was gonna say Rebels.
Yeah, well, Blue
why I got
Thunder,
caught up there.
you know, hey, if we make a mistake, it's early in the season, and I like Blue Thunder. It, kind of Walpole's identity, you know,
Yeah.
big, strong team, rumbling down the field.
I do like it. Like you said, though, I don't know if it looks like it's not one of the finalists, right?
Yeah, I don't think it is. That's all right. We'll call them what we want.
But
That's what we get the big bucks for.
right. But no, great response by Walpole. Great job by the O-line, who's young. And like I said, a lot of them probably getting their first varsity starts. A lot of young players there. Falzone, the sophomore running back, helped by Murphy. Johnson gets the completed pass to Farrell, who's a junior.
Right, right. Butters' kick, good one. Goes back, taken on the right at the goal line. And he gets nowhere.
That was a tremendous tackle by number 15, Jay McKenzie. I think that was 15. I sincerely apologize if I didn't get that number right, because I want to make sure whoever that was got the credit for that tackle. When I saw the kickoff going to Aponte, I was like, uh-oh, this guy's dangerous. And that was a one-on-one tackle, so great work.
And he was able to get it back to about the 11. They're just going just over the 10-yard line.
I apologize in advance if I didn't get the right number, because really, what a tackle.
Right, yeah.
Open field, one-on-one.
Here's a handoff off the right side.
Yeah, it looks like Cam Fleming was at the bottom of that one.
Looks like a pickup of about...
I expect to see a lot of Aponte today.
Right, right. Pickup of about 4 on the play. Second down and 5.5 maybe. Pass over in the left flat. Complete to Jason Little. He's short of a first down.
Yeah, Natick's run that little wide receiver screen a few times. Great close by Brian Malone on that one, and quite frankly, great pursuit by 3 or 4 Walpole defenders, and shut that one down.
3rd and about 5. That was not much of a gain on that, if anything. And there goes the horn, ending the first quarter here from Turco Field. We are tied at 7-7. Natick got on the board first with Jalen Aponte going in from 6 yards out. Joe Galea kicked the extra point at 4:51 into the game for a 7-0 Redhawks lead. Walpole came right back with Andrew Falzone bullying in from a yard out. Harry Butters' extra point made it 7-7, and that came at the 11:09 mark of the first quarter. So they switch sides now, and Natick will have a 3rd and 5.
Hey, couldn't ask for a better first quarter. I mean, you know, to folks, like, listen, I read the papers, but I don't, I obviously don't know, how things are going to shake out. I don't understand, like, what teams have what strengths coming back. But Natick's been getting a ton of press.
Right.
Walpole's been getting very little. I think I even saw in the Herald today that, in D3 South, they were ranked 7th, and there's only 10 teams in all of D3 South.
Wow.
The expectations are obviously lower for Walpole than they are for Natick. So to come out of that first quarter playing the way they did, if they can match this for another 3 quarters, that's a great start to the season.
Certainly is. We'll see if their defense can hold on here and force a punt from Natick.
Third down, this is a big one. I mean, if they can get them to punt from their own territory here.
Liederman's going long, and he completes it up to midfield. Long pass, heck of a catch by, that was a Ponte, wasn't it? Oh, no, Olfadil.
Olfadil has been a going concern already. I mean, Fleming was there half a step late. But yeah, that was big. That would have been big to get him off the field there.
Yeah, yeah. New set of downs for Natick. So handoff coming around the right side. A nice tackle there by Tucker Hazel.
Tucker Hazel, only a sophomore, getting a varsity start here.
Down to the 43 of Walpole. It'll be a 2nd and about 2. Long 1, short 2. There's Ponte on the carry. He's got the first down.
A flag came in from the back. I don't know what that's going to be. I mean, is it a
hold?
Lowering the helmet? I mean, just from where he threw it to where he threw it, it's kind of difficult for me to figure out what he's calling. It looks like it's on Walpole for sure.
Yeah. Defensive holding.
Personal foul.
Oh, that's a big one. So it goes down to the 20 of Walpole.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a run and play, so there was no PI. There was, from where he called it from, I didn't think it was holding on the O-line. So,
yeah.
But I didn't really see personal foul. But then again, the angle was a little cut off.
There's a Ponte. He's hit right away. Still manages to spring forward and
yeah, steady diet of Jalen Aponte. Looks like McGuire was in on that tackle.
pickup of down to this. Looks like to the 16. 2nd down and about 4.5 or 5. Keeper by Liederman going off to his left, being chased, trying to get out of bounds, and he does.
That looks like it's going to be a first down.
Yeah. And it's going to the, looks like the 13 of Walpole. No. A little bit further than I thought. Down to about the 3. Maybe the 5.
Fumble.
Fumble.
Fumble. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's intercepted.
No, it got kicked. It was fumbled.
Oh, yeah.
The NATICK guy kicked it directly into the end zone. I'm wondering if it's a touchback. I mean, no, they're just going to give him the ball there, I guess.
Yeah. Who got it? I didn't see.
Liederman dropped it. Someone, one of the running backs coming up,
Right.
Literally kicked it
Wow.
ahead.
Yeah.
That's a huge break for Walpole.
Although is Walpole coming up? Yeah, I guess they are. Okay. Yeah, that was an amazing play. All right, they've got the ball.
It'll be
on
good to
the-
get at least a few first downs here to try to
Right.
turn the field position a little bit.
Handoff. Not much on that. Did you catch who carried that?
That was foul zone again.
Calzone, okay. Second down, 10 yards to go.
Somebody I haven't mentioned is Hader Farage at wideout. Big target.
He finds
There
he's
he
got
is.
it. He's a big basketball player. He gets up to the 24 and a first down.
Wow, I had a timely. It was timely to mention him right there.
Right.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's one of those prototypical big wideouts that can go up and get balls. But it was a little crossing pattern, and Johnson did a nice job finding him. First down.
Gets them out of the shadow of the goalposts up to the 24, it looks like. Johnson looking to pass again, throws.
Oh,
Did he catch it or did he drop it?
he dropped it. You know,
Nice
it's funny,
try, though.
when Johnson
Yeah.
let it go, I was like, there's no way anyone's catching that. But Farrell, what is he, 6'5"?
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost went up and got it.
Farrell and Farage were two main basketball players for Walpole this winter.
Yeah, you could definitely see some jump balls for them over the course of the season and down near the end zone. Especially if they can get them matched up against a smaller cornerback or safety.
Right. Off coming, trying to get around the corner, and no luck there.
Yeah, NATICK's saying, hey, we didn't know about this kid Falzone on the first drive, but obviously they're paying attention now.
Pick up, no, loss of a yard on the play. Third down and 12 for Walpole. Seven minutes, 52 seconds and counting left in the first half. We're tied at 7 here at Turco Field.
Johnson's looked comfortable so far. He had the one time where he had his first look covered and he tried to tuck it and run it, but I think he's looked very comfortable back there.
Yeah, yeah. And a flag it must be, or a timeout called. I don't see any
Offsides.
flags.
Yeah, legal motion, whatever.
Move them back 5 yards.
Well, that was 3rd and 12, and they were actually running enough tackles, so. I think they're looking to get the quarterback a little bit more experience before forcing him into these 3rd and long situations.
Yeah. Ball's on the Walpole 18. 3rd and 17 for the Blue Thunder. Johnson looking again, passing. He's got it complete, but only a pickup of a couple.
Yeah, maybe not even any.
Who was that? Was that? Wait a bit. Was it Falzone, do you think?
I think it was foul zone, yeah.
All right. Butters back to kick again, to punt again. He gets this one off, gets to the 48 of NATICK. It's taken there, still on his feet. Down to about the 40, 39.
Yeah, good return. He had a lot of room. He avoided the first guy. Then Domino and Jay McKenzie again met him. Gained a few extra yards, but good effort by those boys to start that process of getting the returner down. But great field position for NATICK here. 6
Right.
minutes left in the quarter and a half. They're at the 39-yard line.
And a timeout on the field here.
How many yards was Farage's catch? What did you get that for?
Catch. 19? No,
Ni-
Farage, yeah, 19.
19. We have a sophisticated stat keeping system up here, right?
We certainly do, yeah.
Sophisticated, yeah.
Whoever can get the number and the yards, that's it. As long as we continue to have great weather like this, we're fine.
Number 7, Dan Bush Jr. Looks like he's getting an opportunity here. At left corner. Looks like a blitz is coming.
Pass complete on the left side to
Oh, fumble. They got it.
And looks like Walpole recovers.
Yep.
Good, another turnover for Walpole.
Boy, I was just about to say that kid, I can't say his name, but Nick Ofadile, number 2, he's been trouble. But I think Malone might have caused it. But we're able to pick it up, and again, another big turnover.
Right.
Another opportunity here for Walpole to take the lead.
Walpole gets the ball on their own 25. 6 minutes exactly left in the first half. Farage split wide left here. Hand off up the middle.
Yeah, that was Murphy.
Yeah, from that catch.
Strong, 5-6 yards on that one, though.
Yeah. Second and 5 for Walpole from their own 30. Johnson looking, throws in the flat. He's got Farage. He breaks loose, lunges forward. He's going to be close to a first down.
That's Farrell.
That's not Farage. Yeah, it's Farrell. I'm sorry. Pick up a 4 on the play. Be 3rd and a yard.
I'm trying to pick up the number on the left guard. There's an 8 in it, but I don't. And I want to say 58, but I don't see a 58 on the right. Yeah, it is a 56. Okay.
That's Florio
That's
Souza.
Florio Souza, who I just wanted to make sure I got everyone mentioned.
Right.
Is that a
Pushing
first
forward,
down?
yeah.
I don't know. Oh,
Might
it looks
be
like we might have got
close.
it. Yeah. With the mark. Yeah, we got it. Murphy with the tough run on the inside.
Yep. The handoff. Looks like a loss on that play.
Walpole's using clock, being patient. A little bit of a loss by Murphy on that one.
Loss of about a yard. Second down and a long 10, a short 11.
Farage spreads out left.
Whistle here, timeout Walpole. 3:31 left to go in this first half. We are tied at 7. 2 defensive turnovers by Walpole, which has really been outstanding.
Yeah, 2 turnovers. Obviously, the one down near the goal line was huge.
Right.
And then the fumble by Ofadile. I missed the Walpole band.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of, I think they're
Not
allowing
everything
2
back to normal.
people per player, from what I understand,
Yeah.
are allowed into the game. And supposedly no students are allowed in.
Gonzer spread out left here.
the snap. Johnson looking his way, and he's dropped. For a loss back to the 28, maybe.
Boy, I tell you, Walpole's got some big targets with Farrell, Farage, and Gonzer.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, that was a situation where that first look wasn't there, and the rush came before Johnson could do anything different.
Right.
Walpole calls it. I mean, it looks like Johnson and Domino were having a conversation about where to line up, and Walpole decided to call a timeout to get it straightened away.
2:42 left in this first half. Walpole has had one long sustained drive and has done the job basically, really, for the with the two turns. But and also the only touchdown Natick had, they had taken over on about the 35-yard line of Walpole, so
yeah,
they
had a short field.
Drive, right.
They had a couple situations where they were 3rd and long, and it was just it was one pass that kind of floated up there, but Ofadal did a good job of coming back to get it. That's a drive I know the coaches are probably going to look back and say, oh boy, we had a few chances to get him off the field,
right,
and didn't do it.
All right, both teams back out. Walpole coming up to the line. There's the snap. Oh, fumble. Johnson picks it up. He goes with it. Gets a few yards back up to about the 34, maybe.
Yeah, Johnson fumbled the snap there. I couldn't tell if it was going to be a play action or whether it was going to be a handoff, but he recovered quickly, picked it up to save the turnover, and actually gained a few yards. So
yeah, got back almost to the line of scrimmage. So
NATICK called the timeout.
4th and 11 with 2:36 to go. The orange and blue comes back out on the field. Harry Butters back to punt. Gets it off. It's a high one. Coming down, taken at 33 by TJ Dalacandro, one of 4 captains for Natick.
Good coverage by Walpole again. I thought he had plenty of room, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Colin Heil, number 59, Will Domino, 41, all showed up. I know, I think I saw Coltagian in there as well. Limited the return, but hey, 2 minutes and 24 seconds here. We need to hold them off after halftime here. I know Natick gets the ball coming out. Being in Patriots country, you always hear about the score at the end of the half and get it at the end of the beginning of the next half.
Yeah, who gets the ball then? All right, Lederman back. He gets it, hands it off to a Ponte. Ponte breaks up to about the 43.
Yeah, so dangerous. He's a threat on every play. Murphy with the nice tackle.
Pickup of about 5. 2nd down and 5. Natick running a hurry-up offense here. Lederman looking to pass. He's going to run with it instead. He's got the 1st down and then some, and he gets out of bounds at about the Natick Walpole 44.
Yeah, good scramble. Bentley commit. Didn't have much. Saw an opening. Was able to scramble and get the 1st down.
First and 10 with 1:55 to go in the first half. There's the snap, the handoff again to Ponte. He's driven out of bounds at about the 32 maybe. Pickup of a dozen on that.
Yeah, another big gain. Got out of bounds too, so the clock stops.
They're going to mark it on the 33. NATICK goes up to the line. Ponte again off the left side, gets first down. Rumbling down the sideline, and I think they keep him inbounds, but he gets down to about I think he's inside the 10 to about the 9.
Yeah, there's some holes starting to open there for Ponte, and they're just feeding him the ball.
Pickup of 24 on that.
Oh, offside, so that's a penalty.
A little bit of motion there. Loss of 5 now. We'll move it back to about the 14 maybe. So it'll be first and goal from the 14. Liederman looking to pass, fires over the middle, incomplete.
He's
Oh,
saying
an interception. Whoa, another D turnover.
Ooh, it looked like Offerdahl had that.
Yeah.
And what must have happened is, was it Fleming? Took it away?
He must have. Yeah, as they were going down to the ground, because Offerdahl was diving. He was basically parallel to the ground.
I'm trying to follow who everyone is high-fiving on the sidelines. Oh, it looks like Hazel. Looks like it was Hazel that did it. But oh my goodness. I mean, I thought it was a touchdown.
Yeah, I did too.
And all of a sudden I saw Hazel pulling, but I was like, oh, that's too late. He already had possession. But the ref gave it to him.
Yeah.
Another big turnover down at the goal line.
All right, Walpole has it first down at the 20. The handoff, looks like Murphy, and he gets stuffed.
Yeah, NATICK's starting to adjust a little bit to this running game of Walpole. Loss of 3.
That was, I think, foul zone on that carry, actually. And a loss, yep. Second down and 14. .30 seconds left in the first half.
That's Murphy.
He looks like he gets back to the line. He's going to lose a yard on that also.
Yeah, NATICK's, NATICK's starting to get a read here. We'll have to see how Walpole adjusts.
Another timeout taken. 22 seconds left. 3rd and 14 for Walpole from their own 16-yard line.
I mean, that had to be well. Here we always talk about the number of timeouts, but I'm wondering if that was their last timeout.
Right.
Maybe there's one more in the bank. They can force the punt return.
Yeah, yeah. Third and 14 for Walpole.
Yeah, they're calling another timeout. So they had another one. That was Murphy.
Murphy, he gets up to...
Looks like he got about 6 yards, yeah.
So it'll be a 4th down and about 8 for Walpole. 18 seconds. You wonder if they would, yeah, they've got to go. They've got to punt.
Number 17 for Natick, D'Alessandro. He's a captain, so he's had plenty of room on 2 previous punts.
Right.
See if the coverage comes again.
There's a snap to Butters. He gets it away. D'Alessandro takes it on the 42. He's going down the left sideline. And Walpole keeps him in bounds.
There's a penalty on Natick, though, for a blind hit. Number 10, number 10 here, Aiden Carmichael took a blindside hit, and Natick's going to get a penalty on that.
Will be moved back into Natick territory with just 8 ticks left on the clock.
Natick's kind of shot themselves in the foot this half with the 2 turnovers down near the goal line.
Right.
I mean, the score should be at minimum 1 touchdown more.
Right.
Walpole's got to take advantage of these mistakes.
That moves it all the way back to the Natick 35, but with 8 seconds, I'm sure they may just take a knee here. We shall see. Yeah, we got to be impressed with Walpole's defense today. You know, the defense has come up big.
I mean, 7 points at half against Natick,
Right.
albeit, you know, there's been some mistakes on Natick's offensive side. But no, overall, good job. Hazel, great job wrestling the ball away from Offerdahl. I mean, got a Ponte and Offerdahl out to the left. There's a Ponte on the screen. Oh,
Yeah,
great
he's
tackle
what
by
a-
Brian Malone.
Yeah.
What a
Gets
great
up
tackle.
To the 41, and the horn sounds, and that will end our first half here. From
That's the half.
Turco Field. A great first half for Walpole, considering, you know, Natick and all, and Walpole's inexperience for the most part. All the scoring done so far in the first quarter. Natick got on the board first. Jalen Aponte from 6 yards out. Joe Galea kept the extra point, and it was 7-0 Natick. Walpole came right back with Andrew Falzone pushing it in from a yard out. Harry Butters' extra point made it 7-7, and that's where we stand now. Teams are taking their halftime break on the field, and we'll take a break here too.
Trying to play, they haven't had football.
Turco Field, the opening game for both Walpole and Natick in this Fall 2 season. We are tied at 7, 2 first quarter touchdowns, and we will see what's going on. Walpole's kicking off here. Harry Butters.
I kind of wonder if they're going to kick it deep to these two guys, or they're going to squib it and take their chances with the up guys. I mean, obviously, Oferdal and Aponte have been going concerns all game. Oh, nice kick. Through the end zone, too.
Yep. Good idea. And flag down here, I think. No, he picked it up. It couldn't be a flag. Oh, it is a flag.
It's another like personal foul over here. I don't know if it was blindside or not. I didn't see it, but I don't think the Natick coaches like it too much. What a nice kick by Butters. I mean, angled it beautifully.
Yep. And the ball will be moved back to the, looks like the 10, to the 10-yard line, and that's where Natick will take over on their own 10.
I think Natick was just starting to find themselves a little bit on offense there. Let's see if Walpole can make some adjustments. I see Will Domino's inside linebacker to start the half. Big hole.
Big hole, yeah. It's Ponty. He's going. He gets out to about the 27, maybe the 28.
Yeah,
Big
Domino was
pickup.
blitzing up the middle. And they caught him in a run blitz. Here's a Ponte again. Oh,
He's
good play.
Caught behind the line of scrimmage there.
John Murphy. He's got a half a dozen tackles minimum.
Right.
Another linebacker blitz. Looks like they're moving the guys in and out of the lineup. Schlittler's back in on the inside. Lots of adjustments here by the Walpole defense.
It's a snap. Liederman looking back. He runs into his own player, and he's dropped. Back at about the 24-yard line, it looks like.
That's gone. That looks like Gonzer. Gonzer got to him off the right side. The initial read was not there. I know I've said that a few times, but it wasn't there. It just caused Liederman to hesitate for a second, but it was too late. Gonzer with the big sack. So, again, another huge 3rd and long here. It would be great to get Natick off the field. You got to watch number 2 down here in Offerdale.
Liederman's back to pass. He's looking. He's going to run now. Oh, missed there.
Too bad.
And he goes out of bounds at about the 38 of Natick.
Yeah, I mean, that's an athletic play. It's just little missed tackle up there, but he's a, he's like I said, committed to Bentley, good athlete, but still tough to take 3rd and 14.
Right. All right, first down for Natick at their own 38. It's a handoff.
Yeah, Ponte with gaining chunks of yardage now.
9-yard pickup there. A 2nd and a yard at the 47-yard line.
I think they're going to give him a first down. Yeah.
Ponte again. Hey, he's caught behind the line of scrimmage by
James McGuire coming up.
James McGuire, yeah.
McGuire and Domino. I don't know if they've been switching off, but they've played the same spot. McGuire just came back in, really filled the hole nice there. Nice tackle at the ankles. When you tackle that kid one-on-one, you deserve a pat in the back.
Yeah. 2nd and 9.5 for Natick. Hands off to a Ponte. Up the middle, he gets hit, stays on his feet, dragging people down to about the Walpole 44.
I have to tell you, McGuire came up and hit him.
Right.
But Ponte's a truck.
It'll bring up a 3rd down with about 3 to go here for Natick.
Lots of credit to McGuire. Steps right back up. He's ready to play the next play. They're going to call a timeout.
Natick with 8:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. This Bay State Conference game, we're still tied at 7. While we've got a minute, we'd like to tell you that Walpole will be playing 5 games this year. Next week, the Walpole squad will head down to Weymouth on Friday, March 19th for a 3:45 game. The following 2 weeks, Friday the 26th will be Newton North here at Turco Field, and then a Thursday afternoon game against Framingham on April Fool's Day. And that's not a joke, it's April Fool's Day. And the final game of the season will be at Braintree on Friday, April 9th for a 4 o'clock game. The Framingham and Newton North games are both at 4 also. And Natick's back out on the field. 3rd down. Liederman's keeping it. He's got the first down and then some. Big gain down to about the 31 of Walpole. Pickup of about 13 on the play for Liederman.
Yeah, I mean, they've been setting up that play all game. They've run it twice. It's been very successful. When you hand it off to 7 all game and then all of a sudden you fake it and do the have a lead, it's hard to stop. Ponte's not even in the game right now, actually.
Liederman keeps it.
There's a flag down in the backfield.
30. Liederman, of course, is a well-known name in Walpole, as there have been at least 2 football players who are cousins of these Liedermans, Robbie and Eric?
Eric, yeah.
Yeah, Robbie and Eric Liederman have both graduated and gone on, but they're related to the Natick Liedermans, they're cousins. And this is a big one.
I just saw Bob Liederman sitting on the Natick sidelines. I don't know if that's going to allow him to get back into Conrad's on tonight.
He may not be able to, especially if we squeal on him.
Sitting on the Natick sidelines.
So that must have been holding on that play. They moved the ball back to the 45.
Ponte's on the sidelines here on his knee, on one knee. Just looks like he might have been dinged up a little bit, but I can't tell if he's.
Yeah. Liederman back to pass. He's looking. He's got someone long. He got it. Down to the 15 to 16. It was a Ofadil. Down to about the 15 or 16 yard line. And a new set of downs for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, the 3 big weapons.
Ofadil comes up limping.
Ponte and Liederman.
He's coming off the field. So both of their big guns offensively are on the sideline right now. Although Ponte looks like he's getting ready to go back in. First and 10 for Natick from the Walpole 15. Liederman keeps it, goes off the right side, and he goes in standing up.
Yep. They've had no answer for that play today. Yeah, especially with the Ponte on the sidelines, that Liederman and Ofadil as well became their number 1 option. So I go back to the original 3rd and 14. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Deep in their own end, and Liederman just made an athletic play, tucked the ball, ran, got the first down. Just a backbreaker that would have forced a punt.
Right. Leah drills it through.
I mean, just thinking about even the first drive Natick scored on, there was a couple 3rd and long. So definitely something that has been the bugaboo here tonight for the Walpole defense. But 14-7, we're in the game.
Yep.
You know, Walpole's got to respond here.
All right, Natick will be getting ready to kick off here. like to take this time to thank our 2 Walpole High grads who are running the cameras today, Brian Carroll and Ava Strasha, who both came back from their college duties to handle the camera work for us today. Great job, guys. Thank you. All right, Galea's kickoff here. Long and deep, taken at the 4. Straight up the middle, still going up to the 26. That is, 27. So Walpole will start at their own 27.
Big drive here, big drive. At a minimum, we got to string together a few first downs, take some of this momentum away.
Right, yep. Yeah, keep Natick's offense off the field. Johnson throws on the run. It's complete. Still with it.
Oh, turnover. It was complete.
Yeah. Did you see who caught it?
I believe it was Connor Schlittler.
To the 34, 33.
Yeah, that's pretty much the exact opposite of what I was hoping to see. You know, like I said, stringing together a couple first downs. Walpole's got their backs up against it now because Natick, like I said, it seems to have found a rhythm here.
Going up the middle.
Did I see a flag go in there? Yeah, holding Natick.
Holding on Natick, yeah. That'll move the ball back 10. Comes back to the Walpole 41. It will be 1st and 20 for Natick. Hand off to Aponte. He goes off the left side. Gets down to about the Walpole 36, 36.
Connor Schlittler finishing the tackle there pretty violently too. Showing some strength.
Pickup of about, they're giving them only 2 yards on that. Liederman looking, going deep down the left sideline.
Did not hold on.
Incomplete. That was Aponte, I think, wasn't it?
That was Robbie Champagne. He was right there.
Yeah.
Natick receiver had his hands on it though, but when he had to finish the catch and did not.
Yep.
But good work by Robbie Champagne, putting some pressure on there. Good coverage. I had my eyes on Ofadil because he's been getting fed the ball the whole game. Here's another 3rd and long.
Yep.
Liederman on the keep.
To his right, running behind blockers. He's got the first down.
Gosh darn it.
Down to the 15-yard line. Pick up a 21 on that. And another first down for Natick. Ponte back in the backfield, gets the ball, spins forward, gets about 4 maybe.
Sophomore safety number 22, Tucker Hazel, coming up to make that tackle.
Ponte with the handoff. And he gets down inside the 10 to about the 9. Pick up just a couple, I think. Oh no, they're going to give him further than I thought. Down to, yeah, okay, to the 9s. 3rd down and 4 yards to go for Natick. He's looking, he's being chased.
Oh, nice
and
play
nice
there.
play.
Cole Tashian.
Captain, tri-captain Cole Tashian gets in there and trips up Liederman from behind.
I tell you what, if I was Natick, I'd call that quarterback keep again.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. But 4th and 8. Here we go again.
Right.
Big play for the Walpole defense. I mean, they haven't come close to stopping that keeper by
Right.
Liederman yet.
Yeah.
And there's Noah Ponte in the game. I mean, Liederman's the guy.
Right.
Nope, throwing the ball.
Looking, going to his.
Oh, yes.
And nailed it. Who's that? That was
Big stop. TJ Farrell. No one open. Great coverage by the secondary. Forced Liederman to scramble a little bit, and we were able to get to him.
Drop back to the 20. 25. Back to the 25. Loss of 11. Are we going to try a field goal here, or are they going to go for it? It's oh, that was 4th down. Walpole's ball. Another big defensive stop by Walpole. Huge stop, really.
Yeah, big time. I mean, they've been struggling on 3rd and 4th and long situations all game. And that was a big one.
So our score remains 14-7 here. Natick on top. Liederman with a 15-yard run for the Red Hawks, and Jaden Aponte from 6 yards. Walpole's run was Andrew Falzone. Extra point by Harry Butters.
I believe Jack Ruhano's checked in at right guard. I think he's been in there a couple times. I'm not sure I mentioned his name ever, so wanted to get that in. Throw it away.
Johnson looking, throws.
Incomplete.
Is incomplete. He was looking for Rocco Fazzoco.
What nationality do you think he is?
Well, let's go with Irish. All right, 2nd and 10 for Walpole from their 25. Johnson looking, going to his right, looking, ball's knocked loose. Johnson was able to pick it up. He gets back to about the 18, it looks like. But
yeah, Tim Brady gets back there to get the fumble and rumbles for a few yards.
Right.
But, oh my goodness, that was almost well, it was pretty catastrophe. It was pretty disastrous.
Right.
Regardless, but at least they still have the ball.
On the 17, a loss of 8 on the play. Third down and about 16, 18. Coming around the right, left side. Oh, tripped up. That was foul zone.
I thought they might be conservative on that one, considering the down and distance.
Yeah.
Just, you know, at this point, happy to get the punt off and try to change field position a little bit.
Right. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Walpole shot a man. Coming in as Mike Welter.
Mike Welter running on the field there last minute.
Shot punt taken by
That's a,
Delacandro.
you cannot hit guys from the blind side, and Natick did it again. Now, it wasn't as egregious as the last one.
Right.
You could see the Natick coaches are beside themselves,
Right.
but
Yeah.
you cannot hit people from the blind side anymore.
This is their third penalty of that call for Natick.
Well, that couldn't have worked out better for Walpole. So.
Right. It will be, ball will be moved all the way back here to the Natick 44. Two minutes, 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Red Hawks on top, 14-7. Starting their drive at their own 44-yard line. Aponte. He gets up to about the 47. Pickup of 3.
Connor Schlittler was the first one to meet Aponte. Hazel came up to support. Love to see young talent, sophomores.
Right. Second down and about 8.
Keeper.
Keeper by Liederman. He's going
That
off the
play
left
has just
side.
been- We got a hold, though. I believe we got a hold.
Yeah, there is a flag. Came 2 of them. Holding Natick, yep. That'll come back, I think, to the original line of scrimmage, maybe. Current line of scrimmage, so back stays at the
That play,
46.
that quarterback keep is so hard to stop, because how can you not pay attention to number 7,
right.
Aponte?
Oh, yeah.
So it's been killing them all night.
Second down and 8 again.
Wow, how is
Complete.
he so open?
Oda Field gets to the 40. Out of bounds. It looks like a first down. Yeah, it is a first down. They mark it at the right at the 40 of Walpole.
Looks like an extra penalty on
On
Walpole. On that
yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's going back down to the 25 to the 26. 53 seconds and counting. Third quarter. And off to Aponte. He's grabbed 83 for Walpole. 88. I think that was Farage, wasn't it?
That was going to be Gonzer. Gonzer was
Gonzer?
Nathan. started the whole tackle. McGuire finished.
Second and 8. Liederman going to his right.
There you go.
Hit. Bounces
Oh.
free, going the other way. And he's knocked down. Boy, he bounced off people all over the place.
Yeah, that's the best they've played that run the whole day. Hazel came up and made a nice hit. Just wasn't able to wrap. And Liederman, again, athletic play, reversed fields. What was interesting, though, was I think it was Malone wasn't 100% sure if Liederman could still throw the ball down the field. He hadn't crossed the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he did pump like he was going to, so he must have
Malone
known.
actually had to turn around and go chase the guy that was downfield, and Liederman used that to his advantage.
So we've got 3 quarters here in the books. We've got 12 more minutes to play in regulation, and Natick clinging to a 14-7 advantage. Natick has been killing themselves with turnovers and penalties. But Walpole's defense has been, able to come up with the turnovers,
Yeah, I mean, listen, they've played well. To be in the game at this point, I think Natick shot themselves in the foot a few times. We've had on offense one nice drive. Otherwise, it's been, little,
right.
not as. That one drive was just a beauty.
It was.
I don't know if we've gotten more than 2 or 3 first downs otherwise. But I give the boys a lot of credit. I mean, again, I said it earlier, Natick's, considered one of the top 10 teams in the state, regardless of a division.
Yeah.
In preseason rankings. So to be in the game like this, what a great effort by the boys.
Right. And Walpole is young. Walpole's got a young, especially at key positions. All right, so we have 1st and 10 from the 15 for Natick. Liederman gives it to Aponte. Aponte cuts up field. Might have got a yard.
That was Will Domino. The linebackers, the inside linebackers, Domino, McGuire, Murphy, really doing a nice job. Really playing tough.
Right.
I mean, that kid is not easy to tackle, and they're doing a good job.
Second down and 10.
There's a keeper.
Liederman going to his left, trying to get outside. Does, but gets down to about the 11 maybe.
Now it looks like Dan Bush, number 7. I thought Murphy started at inside linebacker. He's playing outside now. For whatever reason, I don't know if there's someone's dinged up or whatever. They thought maybe he'd be better served out there.
Jason Little just into the game for Natick as a wide receiver on the right side.
I mean, I'd be shocked if Natick puts it in the air. I mean, I feel like they've got 2 plays here with either 12 or 7.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
12 on the keep.
Liederman going, gets outside, cuts back in.
Yeah.
Gets into the end zone. 9-yard run for Liederman. Yeah, he's been just too hard to handle. Joe Galea ready to try the extra point. Snap down, the ball is up and through the uprights. Natick takes a 21-7 lead with 11:13 to go in the regulation.
Can use the rest of this game to build on our confidence going into Weymouth next week.
Right. Yep.
But like I said, I've been impressed by the effort for Walpole. Showing a lot of toughness. Seeing some young folks. Falzone, Hazel,
Yeah.
Frisoko. And then the linebacker core with Murphy and Domino, Schlittler, and McGuire, to me,
Right.
playing really tough.
Yeah.
And then some flashes from the D-line with Farrell and Gonzer. And Brian Malone on the back end too, making some great tackles. Wow. Oh. Yeah, I didn't see him call for the...
I didn't see him call fair catch
or
either.
but he obviously did.
Huh. So the ball will come out to the 25-yard line where Walpole will take over there. Because it looked like he was starting to
Looks
run
like
out
he was
with
going
it
to come
too.
out,
Yeah.
And I didn't see his arm go up.
Anyway, Walpole will have a 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 11 minutes, 13 seconds left in regulation.
Let's see some first downs here. Let's string together a couple first downs.
Hand off to Falzone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2. Second down, 12 yards to go for Walpole. Schlittler in motion, a pass over to Schlittler on the left. Flag coming in.
Yeah, that's got to be on Walpole, I would assume. Yeah, block in the back, a hold on Walpole. Ah, that's too bad.
Yep. Officials coming over to check with the NATICK staff to see if they want to take the penalty.
It's going to push him back.
It's a spot foul, I think, so it'll be from the 29-yard line. Yeah, it goes back to the 19. It's too bad it wipes out a nice pickup by Schlittler. Johnson looking again. Going to his right, looking.
Nice. Oh,
complete.
did he get it? No.
Oh no, that's too bad.
Boy, he made a nice play. Like I said, his first receiver wasn't there. He was able to roll out to the right. Falzone's man actually decided to go after the quarterback, and Johnson made a nice play recognizing that.
Yep.
And tried to get it out to Falzone, but just wasn't able to hang on.
Just a little
shot,
off,
off target.
Right.
Yep. Good effort.
Third down and about 16 or 17 for Walpole. Johnson back to pass, looks, fires, complete. Oh,
I
dropped.
feel like it was like a hook and ladder.
Yeah.
I thought Farage was looking to actually, lateral it to Schlittler.
Right. Yeah.
So, but he didn't see it all the way into his hands. Looked like it was set up.
Yeah. All right. Butters will be into punt here. Standing at about 6 or 7. Snap. Ball, a short punt. It's picked up there by D'Alessandro at his 48 and brings it back to the Walpole 43. And that's where Natick will start with 9:18 to go in the fourth quarter.
Looks like John Colleran on the punt team was able to get in on that tackle. Junior.
Natick back out on the field at the Walpole 44. Ponte comes back. Well, he's got some great moves. Gets it down to the 41. 41. Pickup of about 3. Second down and 7.
I think Walpole's actually hasn't done a bad job on him. Liederman, with the quarterback keeps, has been killing him.
Right.
Ponte, I'm sure he has 100 yards, but I feel like he hasn't had that breakout run.
Yep. Pass to Odefield. He gets to the 40 of Walpole. Pickup of about a yard. Third down and 6 maybe.
Yeah, Tucker Hazel again coming up from that safety spot. He's showing well today.
He is. He's a
And Ofadil's no easy guy to tackle.
third and about 6 or 7. Liederman looking to pass. He's got Ofadil. Breaks one tackle. He's got first down on his way. Still going. Gets down to about the 24. Pickup of about 16 and a first down for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, he's been a going concern all day. I mean, he must have 7 or 8 catches, 100 plus yards, big third down catches.
Liederman looking, going deep. Intercepted by Walpole. Yeah, another interception. That's his second, right? I think.
That's Tucker Hazel.
Yeah.
Picked it off. That's his second one.
Right.
Great job. Went up and got it.
Yep.
Almost looked like the Natick guy had a step, but Hazel was able to close and went up and got the ball at its highest point. Great job by the sophomore.
Right.
I thought that was an interesting call by Natick. I mean, they seem to have no issues running the ball.
Walpole will get it out at their 20. First and 10. Broken play there.
Yeah, it didn't seem.
Yeah.
He looked like he was looking for one more guy.
Yeah, he turned and to hand off, and there was nobody there. A loss of about 3 to 4 on the play. Johnson looking, firing, complete on the far side, up to the
Gonza.
35. Gonza with the catch.
I think that's something the coaches are going to look. They've got some big targets with Farrell and Gonzer and Farage.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you look at Gonzer,
they're all
you think he's a
basketball
lineman,
players,
but he's
right?
playing wide out.
Yeah, yeah.
Farage as well.
First down for Walpole. Johnson looking, throwing, but he was out of bounds.
Good play not to take a sack there.
Right.
I think that, I don't know if they're talking about intentional grounding or. Yep. The Walpole wide receiver was a little bit further downfield.
Right, yeah. Ball comes back to the Walpole 21. Third down for the Blue Thunder. Johnson looking, going up over the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Farrell. 5:50 left in regulation. Brings
I
up
don't think it's fourth down. I know the guy holding the chains
right.
has fourth down, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I think I am wrong.
Must have missed a play there. All right, fourth down. Harry Budd is into punt again for Walpole. D'Alessandro at midfield for Natick. Line drive, gets a Walpole bunch. D'Alessandro takes it on his 44. Gets up to Walpole territory to the Walpole 44. And that's where Natick will take over. They will spot it on the 45. Pitched left to Ponte, turns the corner, going down, and he's knocked out of bounds by
That was Malone.
Brian Malone, yeah. One of
It's interesting.
Walpole's
That's
captain.
the first, maybe first or second pitch out. They've been kind of running him between the tackles,
Right.
but obviously he was able to show his speed there.
Comes off the field.
He got hit in the throat at the end there. It was an accident, I believe, but
Yeah.
looks like one of the helmets came up under his chin.
So it will be first down at the 17-18. Keeping it as Lederman. Going in, drives down for a first down inside the 5 to about the 3. Lederman's already got the leading 2 scores here for Natick. Ofadil comes back in, split wide right. First and goal for Natick. Lederman's faking, going in, and he goes in, standing up. Lederman gets another one.
I don't remember anyone besides Lederman, Aponte, and Ofadil getting to touch the ball today.
Right.
But why would you if you have those weapons?
Yep. Galeo ready for the extra point. Snap, the ball is down. There's a flag.
I think that's going to be offsides on Walpole, so I think the play is going to stand.
Yeah.
Nope. I seem to be doing it from the same spot.
Yeah.
Did he miss it before?
He must have.
He must have missed it.
Yeah. Ball is down. The kick is up. That one looks good. It is. And Natick takes a 28-7 lead over Walpole. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in this one. As Walpole stayed tight, tough the first half, but the second half, even though Walpole's been able to come up with a couple of turnovers, Natick has still been able to move the ball down and put 3 into the end zone. Is the kick. Squibber goes up off the fingers of and into the end zone, and they'll call it a touchback.
Huh. I don't know the rules, I guess.
Yeah, it must be new. Must be COVID related.
Maybe when the minute it hits the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. I don't know. He did touch the ball.
He did.
Maybe it's one of these new rules. I don't know.
So it will be first down for Walpole at their own 25.
Let's see if Walpole can finish the game on a positive note here with a few first downs.
It would be good. It would be good for them going into next week. Handoff to Murphy. Is that Murphy?
Still going.
It's up close to a first.
It's like about 4 yards.
Yeah. Second down for Walpole. And about 6. Johnson looking. Is that
Yeah, looking for Farage on that go route there.
a little bit over his head? Brings up a third and about 6. 3:24 left in this game. And gets away from one tackle, gets up and back to about the line of scrimmage. There's Murphy again. Fourth down for Walpole. Butters once again into punt.
Uh-oh.
High snap. Oh, officer.
Good job.
Good job getting it off. And there'll be no run back. It's picked up.
Nice recovery by Butters.
Yeah.
Ball went through his hands, but I don't know if he stayed calm, but he actually he made a
Well,
good
yeah,
play.
he actually deked out the Natick runner that was going in there. So Natick will take over on the Walpole 48. Red Hawks come out in the field.
Natick looks like they have some backups in now, so.
Okay. Hand off to Justin DeHacius. And he picks up maybe a yard. Looks like number
3,
8.
Shane Hurley checks in for Walpole, linebacker spot. Looks like number 31, John Colleran at defensive end too. A few subs on the Walpole side.
Yeah. Again, DeHacius. Down to about the 43.
McGuire on the stop. He's had a good game. Shane Hurley gets in on the tackle as well as he enters the game. Number 42 for Walpole, Jacob Rodriguez Jr. in at the D-line. Rocco Furcoso, who we saw on offense, checking in at D-back. Right cornerback down here.
The snap, and it'll be a delay of game probably. No, procedure. Looked like somebody must have moved. 53 seconds left in this one. Natick on top, 28-7.
A few other subs. Jay McKenzie actually been on a few special team plays today. Number 43, Liam Flippin, also checking in, I believe. Hopefully I got that number right.
Yeah. The snap. George keeps it. Gets down to the Walpole 45. 20 seconds left to go in this one.
And that's going to be it.
That will be it. They don't need to snap the ball again. So, an interesting game for Walpole. The first half, they stayed right with Natick. It was 7-7 at the half. Second half, Natick controlled it, but they also turned the ball over, I think, 3 times in the second half. So.
Well, it was 14-7 at the end of the third quarter, and
Right.
I mean, the opportunity was there to be in the game, and you know, a couple third and long, fourth and long situations that extended drives. They had a hell of a time stopping. I thought they did pretty good against Aponte, but they had a hell of a time stopping Liederman on the quarterback keeps. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, we'll go over the scoring one last time here. Jalen Aponte scored on a 6-yarder, 4:51 into the game. Joe Galea's kick made it 7-0 Natick. Walpole came right back, scoring at the 11:09 mark. Andrew Falzone running in from a yard out. Harry Butters kicked the extra point for Walpole. The second half was the Will Liederman show. He scored 15 yards, 9 yards, and 6 yards, and Galea converted all 3 kicks for your final of 28-7. So we would like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High varsity football action. Once again, your final score from Turco Field: Natick Redhawks 28, Walpole 7.